Hi Noah. Look, just looking at this wave here, and I've actually compared you to a model. And I don't want to give you a hard time, but the model's actually Sally Fitzgibbon. But you know, I mean, she's one of the top female competitors, and I tell you, these female competitors are surfing pretty well. It's an bit older footage, but still, for her. What I'm looking at here is improving your score and talking about really surfing high and tight. And to do that, the main thing is getting your board above the lip line. Your actual technique for this, I would have to say, is close to perfect. But the one thing that's letting you down is the height you're getting above the lip. So I'm just going to play it through and just have a bit of a squiz and have a think about what's happening here in comparison to the turns. The other thing I want you to think about is how far you are getting your board back towards the lip. So if I look at Sally, her board is going right back towards the whitewater every manoeuvre, and yours is just coming down. That's that little bit short. As I said, your technique is pretty good, and I'll compare you to her in a moment, but just think about some of the things that I'm talking about here and how to improve your score by surfing better. So what I want you to think about here is, just one second, I'll just get you guys to the both back to the start. If I go through in slow-mo and have a look, really good bottom turn, good arm lift. Have a look at how long it takes her to rotate her upper body. She's got it still pointing up towards the top of the wave. And so what's happened is, if I take this drawing here and have a look, Sally's looking up here, but by now you're starting to look down here, out that way. So what you've done is you've started to draw your turn up the top too early. Just get rid of that for you. Sorry, problems here. Okay, so I'll go through and do a few more frames and have a look what's going down. So at this stage here, actually if I just go back just a tad, if I look at the drive through that turn and the height she gets above the lip line compared to yourself, so I'm looking here, and as I look at this particular wave, you've reached your maximum point just before that. She's reaching her maximum height above the lip line right now. It's the next turn that's probably even more obvious to me though. The other thing is, when you come out of your turn, you've got a really nice technique here. As you fall down, you get onto the inside rail. You just cut your bottom turn just a little bit short. And what happens, and the reason why, is what you do is you don't get your board, when it comes around, right round to here. Sally will get hers basically back here. Alright, we'll have a look at that and hopefully it becomes obvious for you. So skipping through a couple more frames. So the thing about it is, can you see, if I hold it just there, how far back Sally's got her board? So she's got a board, pointing here before she comes back around. And you cut that just that little bit short. So, moving on a bit more. Think about the height you're getting. Okay, now that's probably on this turn your maximum height. And I just want to get, if I can get this, draw along here. Now that's basically the top of the wave. So you've got that little bit of a board out of there about that high, on about that angle. Now it's a great turn, don't get me wrong, and I like your surfing, but if we want to improve that, what I would like to see is that your board is, let's say, that far out of the wave and an angle about there. And that's the difference. That will take your surfing to another level on your backhand. Moving along. If I look at that particular one there, that is gleamingly obvious that, that's such a term, that your board is so far above the lip line there, and that's what I'd like to see you do. And the angle at which that board is above the lip line is pretty close. It's probably around about 70 degrees, and that's what we're looking for. So we're trying to get it to 12 o'clock. Moving along a little bit further. Okay, she actually gets another maneuver in. You go up, hit the white water, a little bit short, and because it's a little bit short, you fall. She brings, notice she's got a board pointing back towards the white water every time. Comes up with one more, above the lip line. Here's her finishing turn, and look at the angle she's facing back towards the white water to finish off. So, going back again, we really need you to be surfing high and tight, and the board must be above the lip line. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you back to the start, and take Sally back to the start, and I'm just going to run it through slow-mo one more time, and just have a think about, you know, is your board at the best angle it could possibly be? Are you going as far back towards the white water as possible? And then, are you surfing high and tight? And I think you can tell just that subtle difference. So, you know, what it'll do, it'll take a wave like this, which you probably would have scored like a 7.5 for, up to around about a 9.5. And that's really important, and that's what we want from your surfing. So, hopefully, it's going to help, and it's going to help improve your score. Check ya.